Hey Chicago astronomer fans, we're back. It's about 4:45 Sunday afternoon, and we're going to catch the close pairing of Jupiter and Saturn right over my shoulder here. The sun has set, skies are getting tranquil, and no clouds, surprisingly no clouds. So let's take a look and see what we can find tonight. And tomorrow, the closest approach may be clouded out, so I think tonight's going to be the best opportunity for all sky lovers to catch this conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, no Star of Bethlehem. Let's see what we got. Now, I've attached the Canon T7i to the 8-inch Schmidt-Cassegrain telescope directly. No eyepiece in between the camera and the scope. And we have a pretty good view of Jupiter and Saturn together in the same field of view. That's very cool. Very cool. You can see 4 of the Galilean moons around Jupiter, and you can clearly see Saturn's rings. Very cool. Let's kind of decrease the exposure a little bit. And oh, that's pretty cool. That's great. Now Saturn is a lot dimmer than Jupiter is, so we have to be careful with our exposures. Both just won't come out at the same time. But even like this is pretty cool. Now here we are using a zoom eyepiece between the camera and the 8-inch SCT telescope. Bringing in nice magnification, beautiful ring system. You can see the bands on Jupiter, the 4 Galilean moons. If I decrease the exposure a little bit, we can see the bands much more clearer on Jupiter. But then again, you lose Saturn. So it's a give or take. You got Jupiter or you got Saturn. Can we get both at the same time? Sorta in a way. But we're going to have to bleach out Jupiter a little bit. But here we go, guys. This is the conjunction of 2020. Dance of the planets around the sun. Every 20 or so years, and we just happen to be on the lucky side of the sun to catch this together. Fantastic. On this photograph, I've used a contrast booster filter on the zoom eyepiece, which developed a very nice photograph of Jupiter, Saturn, and the natural satellites. On this next photograph, I got very, very lucky. A band of haze just covered Jupiter enough for it to dim it and have 2 nicely exposed planets in this single photograph. And this photograph demonstrates the magnitude differences between bright Jupiter and kind of dim Saturn. You can see Saturn's yellowish color compared to Jupiter's brilliant white color. But yeah, it's very hard to photograph the two at the same time. While I used a C8 to capture the planets, Maria used a C5. Now Maria's using a 5-inch SET on a regular tripod, no telescopic mount. She's using a T3i, and hopefully she's snagging Jupiter and Saturn, much wider field, and let's see how it works out. But this is very portable, very handy, and I use it often. Oh, now I just messed up her alignment. One. Now right above my telescope here is Jupiter and Saturn, sinking into the muck of the Chicago sky, and observations are pretty much done now. Too bubbly, too wavy. You can still see some detail, but it's pretty much over. Maria's over there on the 5-inch. She's putting that away. I hope she got some good shots. We got all these aircrafts flying over. The sky's kind of hazy now. So let's see how the pictures come out. Great to be out. It's not even cold out. A little bit of a breath, but it's not cold out. I don't wait till January, then we get cold. But yeah, kids, this is the 2020 Jupiter and Saturn conjunction event. Yeah. Hey Chicago astronomer fans, I bumped into Juan, who's been following us since last year maybe.
Hi guys.
And he was following us at Harrison Park, and now we're at a different park right now in the middle of Chicago. And I just showed Juan a sight that's never before been seen by astronomers or anyone alive, or anyone that's going to be, 2080 is the next event. Juan, tell me what you saw on the eyepiece.
Well, and I bumped into Joe. What I saw was really cool, very exciting. The planets was, I think, Saturn and Jupiter, right? And 4 of Saturn's moons, right? Was it Jupiter's moons? 4 of Jupiter's moons, and man, it was like really exciting. Something you don't see every day. I think last time somebody got to see something like this was 800 years ago. Is that what they're saying? So I feel very privileged, and I thank Joe, who's really cool, for letting people come out and check out his images. So yeah, thanks so much.
Oh, you're welcome, Juan. Normally with the pandemic, we don't do this anymore since March of 2020. So Juan, thank you for stopping by and sharing the sky with us.
Yeah.
Excellent. And then we have someone else, another astronomer who I'll talk to in a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't go away.
Ferris is up next.
He is. Hey, Chicago astronomer fans, my glasses are getting foggy, so I'm taking them off. Met a new friend here. This is Ferris. He's a fellow astronomer. Brought his telescope up here. And Ferris, hi man.
Hello.
Good to meet you.
Nice. Hi.
What's your telescope set up here?
So it's a Celestion SE6. It's on an automatic mount. As you can see, it's just attached to it. I bought this recently, about a month ago, because I heard about the alignment, and I was like, well, if there's any time to get into astrophotography, it's now.
It's right now.
And my wife had just bought this camera, so I was like, well, that's $1,000 off the whole thing. So, so I just decided to take the plunge, and I have one pretty good photo of Saturn so far.
Okay.
And the moon.
Oh, excellent. So what do you think about this conjunction you have?
I have trouble wrapping my head around the fact that it's never going to happen in my lifetime again. I feel like if I fully internalize that, I'd be freaking out about not getting a better photo. But there'll be other events to take pictures of.
The heavens are always full of surprises. So, Ferris, I hope you'll join the Chicago astronomer crew after the COVID thing is all over with. So, guys, get your telescopes, come out, take a look at this. Maybe Tuesday will be another night to catch this. Monday's going to be probably raining.
Okay.
So maybe Tuesday.
Maybe Tuesday.
Same spot, same time.
And it'll be Christmas break. So.
It will be.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Well, this concludes our observation of Saturn and Jupiter and how close they got. It was pretty cool in the eyepiece. I increased the magnification, used a zoom eyepiece, got really, really tight in there. You can see the bands of Jupiter, rings of Saturn. And there were 5 natural satellites to Jupiter, 5. I think one of them's a background star. I got to do some research on that, but that was pretty cool. And how was your experience today?
It's a learning curve. Trying to use the camera on the 5 without a spotter.
No finder scope.
No finder scope. So anyhow, it was cool, but it's a learning curve.
So this is it. This is the Star of Bethlehem, the Christmas star. Not. Yeah. But anyway, guys, get out, get your telescopes, get your binoculars, do some urban astronomy. It's all there. Don't believe anybody who says you can't do astronomy in the city. Just walk away from those who tell you that. They don't know what they're talking about. So this is Chicago astronomer Joe signing out. Maria.
Maria.
We'll see you again soon.